Hello, everyone. This is Chris Pepelinski here. Just saying how everybody's doing. Can't believe it's the Christmas holiday is nearly here, and I guess people are going out buying the last minute gifts. So anyway, as you can see, I'm wearing the Star Wars shirt from the Last Jedi. So I figured as fan tradition, for certain movies you wear like certain attire and things like that. In terms, when when a popular movie comes out. So I will say it was really good. I mean, some might say to some extent it kind of feels a little similar in terms to The Empire Strikes Back. The middle one seems to be like the darkest of the trilogy, and but leaves it hope leaves it open for I guess for when things are bad, eventually they'll get better. So anyway, the movie picks up where the Force Awakens, left off with Rey, giving Luke his lightsaber, but as fans realize, this is not the Luke that people remember being the brave, strong kind of person, but rather old, broken down old man who, basically, without saying too much, is because of his training with Kylo Ren and him, Kylo Ren turning to the dark side kind of made him feel like he was like a failure, and teaching his young apprentice, I guess, the ways of the Jedi, and it made him like a shallow of his former self or something like that. So in other cases, the First Order continues its hunt against the Resistance, and of course, the Resistance takes heavy casualties, and you know I don't like I said I don't want to say too much, but how could I say this? People were curious if Leia would survive. Considering that Carrie Fisher passed away just after she finished filming the movie, and I would say even though she was supposed to have a bigger part in the upcoming Episode 9 movie, but I'm curious how they're gonna write her character out. But I'll just say, for those that were worried, she does survive, and that's all I'm gonna say. And the good thing about this, I guess, sadly being the last time fans will get the chance to see Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, she has a much larger role in the movie, which I was very glad for because I kind of felt like she was sidelined. In The Force Awakens, almost like an extended cameo, of sorts, and thankfully Mark Hamill has a much larger role in this particular movie after only being seen at the very end of Force Awakens. So, I mean, I can't believe it's like 40 years of Star Wars. I'm like, where did it go? I mean, it's crazy. So, one thing that's also good about the movie, it also introduces great, awesome new characters named Vice Admiral Hondo, played by Laura Dern, whose character was introduced in one of the tie-in novels, to The Last Jedi. So those particular books, you know, kind of go into her backstory a bit, and of course, it introduces Rose Tico, who's like one of those, engineers, for the Resistance, and of course, Benicio del Toro has a part of, as some character named, DJ, who's like one of those hackers or something like that. And, I would say, it was actually, it was actually pretty good, and I liked the, homages it had to the previous, films, and of course, it has like a surprise return from an old character, but I won't go into that. So, I would definitely say it was definitely worth seeing. It's probably something you'd have to see like more than once to kind of truly appreciate it. So what else can I say about this particular movie that would get fans' interest? It's great to see, of course, the returning characters of Rey, and Kylo Ren. See how the film explores some sort of relationship sorts between the two, and then of course Poe Dameron, which I guess some people would say it's kind of like the younger version of Han Solo, and of course Finn and Captain Phasma, General Hux, and you finally get to see Snoke in person in this one, which is kind of cool to see. So I mean, I'll just say that the way it ends, it leaves it open, for the next eventual chapter to conclude the sequel trilogy. And I look forward to see, when, what will happen with that particular story in 2019 when that, finishes off this, trilogy. So I guess until then, I look forward to hearing what people have to say in the movie, and feel free to share your comments. Thank you.